the last couple of times. Hoag's got the football, and good spinning move by Pat as he gets into into Hazel Park territory, deeper into Hazel Park territory, down to about the 43-yard line. Pat Hoag, 5'10", 165-pound senior. And you'll just watch some great second effort by number 22.
Boy, a simple handoff, and he blew right through the middle. Look at that, Jimmy, 5 yards. A very, very good play by the senior Pat Hoag.
And that dynamite that allowed him to blow through the hole was administered by 65, a man who probably will get a lot of college scholarship offers, and that's Eric Wills, 6 foot, 200 pounds, and a great wrestler in his spare time. Toss over the middle, and it is intercepted. First interception of the season, picked off there by number 75, I think it was. And now that is Bill Hinges. That ball was intended for 83, Pete Dixon, over the middle, and we'll see exactly who picked off the ball.
You can see, Jim, it was number 75, Billy Hinges. Watch this. A nice play. What Hinges was waiting for was Torndorn with the football, and he kind of stuttered, stepped about 5 yards back behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, here comes the ball. Very quick thinking by the Hazel Park defense.
Very active linebackers from the 40. Paulson gets the football but doesn't get very far with it. As Sean Washington is there, we'll watch the bottom of the stack and tell you who's on the bottom of it. Couldn't see it from across. Eric Wills, 65 there, but I think he's going to get a no gainer on it. It'll be second down.
Jimmy, Hazel Park is a team that's rebuilding this year, really starting over. In June of 1985, in the not too distant past, 27 players left for the greener passages of college or a job, and he lost. He's got quite a few underclassmen on his team.
Second down, about 10 yards to go, and jumping offside, Monroe Curry. We were going to mention that the plays are being called, it looks like, by the shifting of the running backs. You saw number 30, Mike Halley, come out, and now Halley will come back in, and 22, Aaron Jervis, will come to the sideline of the Hazel Park Vikings. And so 5 yards, 5 free ones. It's second down and 5.
That worked. What the Viking offense is trying to do is work to that weak side. Wherever that tight end's going to go, that's where they're going to run the football.
The wishbone, if you will. Dan York, the quarterback, and he hands it off to number 24. And I don't know who. That was too quick. Getting up off the bottom of the stack, number 34. I'm sorry, Joe Benke, I believe. No, 24. And we don't have a 24. Let's watch the handoff, and we'll find out who number 24 is.
24 is Carl Saylor, and look at him burst right up the middle, Jim. It was a good option play. Really, they're faking at that line of scrimmage, and Southfield just can't figure out how in the heck the Vikings are running the football so far.
He was not on the roster that was given to us, and Saylor has the football again. But this time, Saylor is sunk by Eric Wills along with Sean Washington. Pat Hoag it was, 22. Active on offense, active on defense. Try to run to the left of the Southfield line.
Jimmy Saylor again runs real well. I can't figure out whether the Vikings are real pumped up or they're this talented early. They are doing a real fine job against this Southfield team.
This is one of those 0-2s that could very well have been 2-0. They lost last week in OT.
Just barely in overtime to Rochester, 21-15.
Second down and 5, and Saylor gets, no, he goes to the outside of the option run, and that was the quarterback, Dan York, and York is brought down across the way by DeVozo Walker, and taking a big spill out of bounds too was Kenny Browner, and they are moving the football. You mentioned something to me the other day about a change that they made at quarterback.
Yeah, Jimmy, they brought in a senior who really hasn't played much quarterback for him, Gary Lawson. They moved their regular quarterback to flanker. That was Danny York on that great play. They've been really faking out the Southfield defense and running against that weak side and getting a lot of yardage.
Running out of the wing, they hand it off to Saylor again, and this time he is brought down from behind by 73, and that is Matt Hett. And now once again you see the changing of the running backs. 22 comes out, Aaron Jervis, and Mike Haley comes in, number 30. 4 minutes, 35 seconds remaining in the scoreless first quarter. Jim Shaffron, Jim Vogel, and Brad Gordon bringing it to you from Hazel Park High School and beaming it in Southfield and Latham Village and all over Hazel Park and Madison Heights. And Saylor again. No, it's a fake. To the outside goes Halley. Halley is run down across the way by Sean Washington, but not until after he got substantial yardage. And yet another Hazel Park first down.
Boy, Mike Halley is another new one that's never played football on the varsity for the Vikings. Mike Haley, a sophomore, 5'10", 160. This is his first game on the varsity, and what Coach Eldred said, he's a very quick running back. And boy, he sure showed it there, getting a first down for the Vikings.
First down and 10. The sticks are way across the way, about the 16-yard line. Danny York handing it off to Saylor. No, the second man through and all the way down. Looked like Ken Summers. Did we see a fumble? I'm sorry, it was Aaron Jervis. I am looking across the way. It is an awful long way across the field, but you will see, again, a nice fake that time by Gary Lawson, who I have been calling Dan York.
Boy, the big trio, Allen, Hart, and Rasmussen, just opened up a big hole. And watch Jervis go. He really done a fine job running there.
Second down and not very much. The ball is at about the 6-yard line. We are way away from the action. The handoff is to the second man through, and it looked like it might have been Saylor. And up off the bottom of the stack is the man who took it the last play, Aaron Jervis. And so he, again, gets very close to the first down. Prior to this is the first Jervis run. It set up the second Jervis run. It was a
first down.
Watch
the blowout by the center and the two guards there. Oh, what a passageway for Jervis.
And Torin Dorn grabbed his one leg and couldn't read his lips from here, but it was one of those
you have to get me a binocular, Jim. I can't really see the numbers that far away. We're really in the extreme corner of the press box, and it's very hard to see that corner of the field.
The handoff is to the man going to the wide side, York, and York is into the end zone for the touchdown. Dan York, running out of the wing formation, takes the football and runs around the left-hand side. And so with 3 minutes and 4 seconds to go in the first quarter, the Hazel Park Vikings lead it by the score of 6-0.
Jim, Danny York did what he had to do. Look at him round the corner here. What a burst of speed by Dan York. A very quick wide receiver, 5'9", 155, and he was mauled into the end zone. A good 6 points.
The extra point attempt by Tino Oliveira is no good. And so with 3 minutes and 4 seconds to go in the first quarter of play, the score Hazel Park 6 and Southfield nothing.
Jim, this is a game of momentum, and you've got the Hazel Park fans all pumped up. You've got the whole offensive and defensive teams for the Vikings pumped up. Let's see what Southfield can do now to try to turn that momentum around, get their offense going. They are a solid football team, and they should be able to hold their own anyway against these Vikings if they can get the momentum back on their side. It'll be interesting to see what they come up with on this series of downs to try to get down there and score. You'd like to score as soon as possible to get this game even again, get the crowd quieted down, and get the momentum back on your side.
Very true, and that came just like a lot of Southfield scores last week, coming after a turnover, and Bill Hedges and his tipped pass interception. Now Tino will kick off, and Dorn will be back deep. Hogan's on the left-hand side, and Rajeen Griffin to the far side. They need a good run back. They have to get on the board. Very short kick. And they're going to let it drop. They got to cover it. They have to cover it, and it's DeVoza Walker that does. They treated that one like a punch, Jim, and there's no excuse for that.
No.